Oh wait, hold on. That's what I need to do. If I wait too long, then Glitchcat will finish before me. I know Glitchcat's on Abyssal Bowser and he's been working on it, so... I could end up being 11th at this rate. Glitchcat is way better at Super Mario World than I am, so... Shoved is on the final level too? Holy fuck! Everyone calm down. Didn't remember what to do there. Oh no, most of the racers in there had not beaten the full game. At least not without... So when I'm talking about number of people who have beaten it, I'm talking about beating it front to back, full completion, no tool assistance. So, meaning no save states, no slowdowns, no anything. And some people have done that. In fact, as far as I know right now, 9 people have done it. It's a spin jump there. I'm sorry, I'm out of practice here. I forgot what I'm supposed to do. She's not at the checkpoint yet. Some of them are spikes. I'm certain some people have beaten it without the quality of life edits. Yep, exactly what Dozaby said. There's a whole color system to them that's subtle, but it tells you what each type is. Except for at random spots, then it lies. I'm still attempting to beat it. I haven't played it in probably, at this point, what, maybe a week? I needed some time away from Hyper 6. This game sucks shit. This is the well, it's the final level that matters. There is a level after this, but it's a joke level. That whole conversation is kind of debatable. It's not easy to answer without Like actually asking the author. I think the best one could speculate is that it was not intended to be bad on purpose. It's also worth noting that this hack can't really be held to the same standards that we hold hacks to today, if only for the fact that at the time this hack came out, it was somewhat conventional to play them with save states and rewind. And whether or not that excuses bad level design or whatever is also its own perfectly valid debate. Held left just a little bit. Yeah, but Kaizo definitely hadn't been popularized as a style, is I think what Smartball is saying. When did Kaizo become popular? I mean, it was popular among Let's Players for years. It didn't gain the same traction until probably didn't gain really any major traction until people like Dram brought it a lot of popularity by learning it and playing it without save states and speedrunning it and that kind of stuff. I don't know exactly, I'm speculating though. If someone actually knew numbers, then maybe that would be different, but I was always aware of Kaizo Mario World, but I don't feel like it gained the popularity it has now until Dram. Dram, I think, speedran it in, what, 2014, 2015, something like that? I mean, Dram is 100% responsible for the popularization of the way that Kaizo hacks were streamed. Like, it was very common for Kaizo to be played on YouTube, but I feel like streaming it was a lot of rewinds and save states and stuff like that until Dram really made it sort of like, hey, if you want to beat this, you should beat it without tools. I'm not saying that it's a better choice, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with playing them with save states, just saying that I think that became popularized. Like, at this point, if you stream a Kaizo Romhack with save states, it's not going to be as popular as it could be. Like, people just don't want to watch that. There is an appreciation for that grind now. What was perhaps at one point deemed to be boring to watch is now, I guess, commonplace. Yeah, I didn't bother changing my title. Take it up with Twitch. Go write to your congressman about it. Nice jump. That'd be a really interesting video to compile. I'm not even sure where you would source a lot of that information, but now I kinda... That sounds like a fun project. Now, shit. Sounds like a lot of fun. Shoved is writing a book about it. Cool. Good. Then I don't have to have that in my brain about something that needs to exist. A short form video essay still probably would be fun to make and fun for people to watch, so maybe I'll put it at the back of my brain. It would actually be really hard to source all the information pre-dram. Post-dram, I know more than half of it. I mean, it's not hard to find the information. Most of the people who were crucial or critical or active back then are actually still around, so you could probably find a lot of the information you needed. Sure is, Shy Guy. But pre-dram, that would be the hard stuff. You'd actually have to find information about. About Kaizo before it became popularized. If I clunk my head on that block, I never regain my momentum enough to survive the land. I just don't react fast enough to it. Kirby is neither friend nor foe. Kirby only eats. I have not, Liz. That doesn't make any sense. Cannibalism requires that you be the same species as that thing, right? Sorry, the story has too many holes in it. Maybe Luigi is the cannibal. This level sucks. Can you believe this level only took Link Dead 12 hours? Like... I'm starting to think Link Dead might be better at SMW than me. A statement that I'm not thrilled to say, but... I'm starting to think there might be some truth to it. You don't have a lot of time. God, this would be so easy if I had the ability to rewind. Two trucks having sex. Two trucks having sex. My muscles. Involuntarily flex. Two trucks having sex. Two trucks having sex. Involuntarily flex. Is it stuck in my head? I mean a little, I guess, now. Not like as a perpetual state of being, no. Oh, I just remembered I heard that they were thinking of doing a Mother's Day race of Llama Llama on the Discord. Llama Llama Rando. I'd like to see them stop me from singing it if I want to. Whoops. Well, maybe people shouldn't make it so weird, right? Like, if you want to talk about two trucks having sex, that's a beautiful thing. Are there any good AMVs of two trucks? I wasn't really into anime when I was a kid, and I feel like I really missed out on AMVs. Just like in general. And I think that's for the worse. Like, just imagine your favorite anime, highlights from it, set to Crawling in My Skin by Linkin Park. Like, sorry, if that doesn't get your blood pumping, maybe you're just dead. I never got the appeal, but I feel like as an adult I could appreciate them ironically. Did that album do well? Did that Hybrid Theory album go platinum? Did they go platinum? I bet they did. It was very popular amongst people who were inside my brain at the time. It got actually some pretty great reviews from people who were me. I'm sorry, Hybrid Theory went 11 times platinum? What does that even mean? What does it mean for an album to go 11 times platinum? How many albums do you have to sell to go platinum? 1 billion? They sold more copies of that album than there are people on the earth. That's amazing. They're doing pretty well for themselves, I would say. Yeah, I don't think in general most of my music taste from... That's not true. I was into a bunch of progressive rock, prog rock in high school, and that absolutely would still hold up, for sure. But I feel like I would enjoy Linkin Park again if I were to listen to it. Maybe not quite as much. Because I'm not really an angsty teenager anymore. The highest selling album is Thriller with 47.3 million copies. I mean, have you done the math on that? That means that if you run into 100 people on a given day, it is very likely that one of them has purchased the album Thriller. There's 132 people watching this stream right now. It's very likely that several of you have purchased Thriller. Thriller slaps. That album slaps front to back. I was not really into Coheed and Cambria. I was definitely aware of Coheed and Cambria, and there were like some songs of theirs that were popular, but I wasn't really into it. Amber, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, my music tastes were very much informed by what was on the radio, but I don't know, I feel like I listened to some decent stuff. I don't know. I don't have to defend my music tastes back then, because I don't have those music tastes. I have better music tastes now. Different music tastes. I now listen to the music I want to listen to now. I can't think of a genre of music that I haven't at least liked one song from. There's certainly types of music that I don't care for as much, but can't name a single genre offhand that I haven't had at least one song that I liked. I don't know, maybe some sort of like... really dark metal kind of thing. It's like a lot of bands that just sound like the singer is growling at the mic, and I don't find that enjoyable to listen to, I guess, but... But one of my favorite albums of all time is a metal album, so... Who's my favorite artist band? Probably Belle and Sebastian. I've probably listened to more Belle and Sebastian of Montreal than all other music combined. I would have to imagine. Just I love Off Montreal. They're out of Athens, Georgia, too. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, see, when I got into Belle and Sebastian, it was right after Life Pursuit dropped, so that's definitely my favorite album of theirs. It holds up so well. But I mean, I've listened to every one of their albums front to back so many times. I don't think I have any albums I don't care for anymore. Repetition breeds familiarity, and familiarity is what makes me enjoy music, so... No. Of Montreal. Of Montreal was Elephant Six before they got big. Well, I mean, I'm aware of Elephant Six. Are you saying they're the same artists? I unironically like Neutral Milk Hotel, and I feel like that explains a lot of my musical tastes outright. Yep, Neutral Milk Hotel is the name of the band. Their stuff is very... For lack of a better word, Neutral Milk Hotel is just really weird. But I really like it. Oh, also, I don't go for a lot of, like, movie soundtracks, but one of my favorite albums of all time is actually a movie soundtrack. It's the soundtrack to Short Bus, John Cameron Mitchell's movie. That movie has one of the best soundtracks and introduced me to so many bands. I'm only like vaguely aware of the Animal Collective. I've definitely listened to some songs that I feel like were attributed to them, but I don't really know anything about them, so this has been kind of an interesting discussion. I mean, In the Airplane Over the Sea is a really solid album, so I mean, I understand why it got some acclaim, but... Are you saying he, like, developed a god complex because of the popularity? I feel like Neutral Milk Hotel is probably the sort of band that puts on a fucking killer live show. Oh, less a god comp. Okay. Oh, yeah, that... that sounds miserable. I don't know a lot about metal, and I don't know whether or not it's considered, like, good or bad, or unknown, or indifferent, or everybody's aware of it, because I'm not in that circle, but I actually really like, the Metal Opera by Avantasia, which my understanding of it is it's a super group of, like, really accomplished metal artists. I don't know a lot about it, but I do like that album. But I like more symphonic metal, not... Have I heard of Diablo Swing Orchestra? No. Like I said, I know nothing about any of that space. I am aware of one album, and one album only, and like, the rest of it is non-existent to me. Arion? Cabaret metal. What a crossover. I have no knowledge of anything in that space. Like, that is an area of music I am completely blind to. I don't foresee a way for me to really enjoy some of the heavier sides of it, but there is definitely some really good shit in metal. I think that's the big issue with metal, just in general. Like, it feels like a genre that everyone just adds whatever word they can before metal, and it's not possible for me to really discern meaning from any of it. Bubsy Metal? Please God, no. Yo, Pokepal, thanks so much for the resub, I appreciate that. 13 months. Boy, that's a baker's year. That's what that is. That's what we call that in the biz. That guy was really getting into those spikes, huh? But they don't even let me fuck the spikes. I really need to scroll the screen there to make sense of that, I feel like. So on a topic other than metal, since I can't really engage in this topic, I'm sorry if I'm drawing people away from it. One of my favorite artists is Ben Folds, and he's been doing these sessions on YouTube. Tokyo actually pointed me out to it, Tokyo Scarab. But he's been doing these sessions on YouTube, live streaming, over the past few weeks due to the quarantine, where he takes requests and he'll play pretty much anything. And it's been like super wholesome. He's putting on these like really chill live shows just from like his house. Taking any requests, not even just his music, but like he'll do some covers and stuff. He did Burt Bacharach, what do you get when you fall in love? I don't remember the name of that song. But he did that song. Which incidentally is a fantastic song, but I'll never fall in love again, that's it, thank you. Ben Folds is an amazing artist too. He does amazing live shows. His live shows are just something else. He grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina, and so Charlotte's like always on his tour schedule. So I've been to one of his live shows. Oh, it's so tough to get through there. It's so hard to control your swimming when you're holding an item. Ben Folds has this cool thing he does, sometimes for better or for worse, but he has this cool thing he does where whenever he goes on a new tour, he takes whatever the #1 song on iTunes is, and he'll learn it and perform it on tour, like a cover of it. But like his own version of it, and they're always really good. Well, when I went to go see him, the song that he had learned for that tour was Sleazy by Kesha, and I just gotta tell you, it was tops. It was tops. Look up Sleazy by Ben Folds. I definitely like that cover from a nostalgia perspective, but I'm not so bold to not have to reevaluate it at this point in my life. Thanks, Glackham. It sucks. The only thing I'm excited for is not playing this anymore and for Link Dead to play La Mulana. I simultaneously hope he enjoys La Mulana and that he suffers in ways he did not previously believe possible. Ooh. I got bullied to fuck. Alright. I got mega bullied. Oops. I'm passing the savings on to you! We're just giving these raccoons away. God, those are such good raccoons. Holy crap. No, they're better than people. They're raccoons. My ex that wasn't that great to me was a big fan of turtles, and I don't know, I'm not taking it out on turtles, they're cute as fuck. Facebook group. I think I heard about that, the Facebook group where everyone pretends to be raccoons. Or was it something else that I heard of? Was there one about a different animal, or is raccoons the only option here? The one pretending to be ants is the one I heard about. Okay, yeah. I heard about the ant one. Y'all, can I tell you what my current woes are in Animal Crossing? And then we won't talk about Animal Crossing anymore. All I want in the entire fucking world is some nice tables and a big comfy armchair. And I can't find any nice tables or a big comfy armchair. almost certain I was dead there. Do I want you to come give me some tables? People on the Discord have been talking about doing a cataloging party. I wouldn't mind cataloging some tables. A lot of them are DIY. We'll talk, Pansy. Yeah, I don't know what the plan is with that, but we should organize it sometime. We should do just a big catalog day. I don't know if I would, like, stream it, but I don't think that would be good content, but it might be fun to do a big catalog day where everyone goes to someone's island and... Yo, what's poppin', Cliffy? Got a new game for me to check out? Are you- Hey, completely unrelated, are you still mad about Pears and Grey Witch? Okay, maybe slightly related, because that determines whether or not I'm willing to take a game from you. Randy in Manila. Hold on, let me type something and something unrelated into... Just type something unrelated into Google really quickly. Just, this has nothing to do with what you're talking about. Alright, what the fuck is this? Oh yeah, unrelated. Is it terrible? It sounds like it was made with good intentions. Is it actually terrible? I can't believe someone would make a bad video game. Don't feel like that should be allowed. You never said that? Okay, well, maybe you implied it. That wasn't the way that usually goes. So you're saying I should just seek out this game and play it sometime? Is that what you're suggesting? Cliffy, last we left off on this little game exchange we've got going on, this white elephant of horrors, you played Pears and Grey Witch, and then got mad at me. What if we play Pears and Grey Witch tomorrow? Could do Pears and Grey Witch tomorrow. Which part did you uninstall at, Cliffy? I don't think Cliffy got to the impossible part. Oh, yeah, that's relatively early on. Yeah, I can get past that part. It sucks. What first-timer project? Pears and Grey Witch? Would you believe me if I told you that game was made by Todd Howard? Fun fact, Pears and Grey Witch is actually responsible for the inclusion of apples as a food in Skyrim. Bet you didn't know that little tidbit. Only red delicious apples are garbage. Every other apple is good. If I beat Hyper 6, will you finish your playthrough of Hyper 6, Cliffy? Without tools? For me? If I can beat it, you will legit... Okay. The deed is done. I'm empowered by my friend Cliffy. I'm empowered to accomplish great things. I think all these people were like, I can't believe this scrub's gonna beat Hyper 6. I mean, I think that's why Glitchcat came back too. He's like, wow, if Auth can beat this, then it's probably accessible to anyone. Yeah, Glackham, but I've only got a 124. We're on the last half of the last real level, Top Gun. There is a level after this that I'm aware of, and it's nothing. It's just like, kill a Chuck and you win. I've mostly stayed blind as well, with the exception of basically like me speculating on whether or not something's possible and BK confirming it occasionally. I have not like watched any media. I have not been told specifically how to beat anything, so this has been, perhaps to my detriment, blind. Master Chu and the Drunken Who is, like, not a great video game. But it's kind of a neat game concept. I feel like there's a lot of NES games that fall into that weird space where it's like, if you wrote down and described this game to me, I would say that game slaps. And when you play it, it just does not. Please nobody play The Way of the M. Please just don't play that hack. I can come up with several reasons, just off the cuff, of why nobody should play Way of the M. Like, 0 people should play it. It's an unethical hack made by Level Engine. Unethical usually refers to a hack where the maker of it does not value your time. They're just, it's just designed to be bad and hard to waste your time. It's not that it's posing an interesting challenge, it's just mean for the sake of being mean. Yep. But this was made by Himari. I've never seen anyone play through Way of the M and, like, have a good time. So maybe that's informing my opinion on it. But I've seen lots of people play Way of the M. Never seen anyone walk away from it with a positive experience. Okay, Akisto liking Way of the M does not actually change any of my opinions on it. Akisto takes a lot of pride in being extremely good at SMW, and if there's a hack out there that everyone else hates that Akisto is able to beat, he's just gonna like it by default, right? Like... Hey, Seraph. I don't want to get into like I know I'm not disagreeing with anyone. I just don't want to. I don't want to get into like the weird politics of all that. It was certainly implied by my litany of reasons to not play Way of the M, but I'm just, it's not a direction I want to go. I think when I think of the term unethical for a hack, and this is probably not, so I'm sure that word has adopted an actual meaning, just like Kaizo actually translates to something different than the way we use the word. But when I think of unethical in terms of Romhack, I think of a hack where it's not designed to pose an interesting challenge, it's just meant to be obnoxious. The only hack I can think of that I've ever seen that has been called an unethical hack is Shovda's unethical cape hack. And I watched it and thought it looked like it kicked ass, so what do I know? Yes, Hyper 6 is definitely unethical. Like, extremely. If it weren't for the fact that this is peak content, I probably would not ever choose to play this on my own. Well, that and Link Dead agreeing to play La Mulana if I beat this. Yeah, people, as I've played through this, have asked me over and over if I'm going to play Special World, and I don't think they realize what my demands are going to be if I agree to play Special World at some point. Like, I'm going to get promises, I'm going to get agreements from several people for several different things, and there's going to be a significant financial contribution to make Hyper 6 Special World possible. Hell Temple's not even close. Hell Temple is 12 hours once you find it. Special World in this hack would be 40 hours for me. I thought it was a fair trade going into this, because I thought this was going to take me about 70 hours, but I think I've already well exceeded 70 hours. Nonetheless, ultimately this has been... Even if it's been miserable to play, it has been fun to stream in its own way. So, I don't regret it at all. I will be only too happy when it's over, though. I will be only too happy. I mean, the real headline here is the fact that in order to get Link Dead to play one of the best games ever made, he asked me to play one of the worst games ever made, and I think that if you frame it in that way, it's kind of fucked up, honestly. What's up, SK? Yeah, the song is a slapper. I want to watch Link Dead play La Mulana, and I know how happy it'll make Yuna to watch Link Dead play La Mulana. And if I'm not doing this for me, and I am doing this for me, I'm doing it for her too. I was certain I knew what I was getting myself into with Hyper 6, and I think to a certain extent I did, and I still got owned. Cool. No turtle. I still haven't gotten particularly far past the P-switch. That's the furthest I've made it. And while I'm happy to make it back there, I haven't made much progress past it, which is really unfortunate. Hyper 6's World 8 has been well in excess of 75% of this playthrough. This is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, my 15th stream of World 8. Most of the other worlds each took a stream, on average. This is the last level. Yeah, but are most people watching videos and just reproducing it? I don't feel like most people are going to be doing that. Save my ether. Yeah. You always gotta hold on, you never know when you might need one. If I don't make it into the next level, during this stream, I may just, like, look at a video of how someone beats this level. Maybe that'll be my concession. Or this room. If I don't beat this room, is what I mean to say. If I bring a power-up in here, I'm gonna be too big and I'm gonna take a hit through these sections. And then I'll have 0 power-ups. Only by being small can I bring a power-up with me. What's this? Ugh. Controlling through that sucked. That's the furthest I've made it. Thanks, Umar. I just have to channel my internal Umar. Thanks, Pansy. Yeah, there's a pipe with blocks that I've passed that I think we're circling back to. That's my current expectation. I'll point it out when we pass it, if we pass it again. Yeah, what's poppin', Pansy? This is the pipe right here, with 2 blocks blocking it. No! Why did I look away for even a second? Does Oth know about the glitch cheese there? I don't know about any cheese anywhere, man. I know nothing. Tanuki Soup Bubzette. Glitch Cat swam under the spike wall. Damn, Glitch Cat's gonna beat me to the end. I gotta hurry up. Loon, thanks for the big raid. We got a little more of this that we're playing. For at least a little more tonight. This is hard. What were they thinking making this difficult? Why do I keep falling there? A Sonic Mania mod where you play as Bubsy. That is fantastic. Probably. Probably. This hack borrows a lot of music from a lot of places. And they don't intend to give any of it back. I wonder if that last Koopa in the chain is despawning because one is falling off screen on the same frame that that one spawns, and so... I know that there's some property transfer that happens when one sprite gets despawned on the same frame that another sprite spawns, but... But I don't know if that affects, like, causing a new sprite to despawn as well. That wouldn't make sense, I guess. Maybe. I mean, I know I'm gonna need the feather for later, so it's not gonna do me any favors except for in the short term just to see more of the level. Oh no, we're actually at the checkpoint right now, Ice Cube. This is the checkpoint. Yeah, that water room is really kicking my ass, huh? Sarah, thank you so much for gifting that sub. Am I having a uniquely difficult time with the water room, or does everyone struggle with that one? Not that it really matters, who cares what other people do? I'm the one struggling right now. Just span jump there. Needed to do a span jump. Span jump. It's the past tense of spin jump. Man. Landed in the exact same spot twice, huh? Probably not Lazy Minerva. But it is the worst in terms of the balance between worst hack and most notoriety, probably. Good Trog. This hack is just exhausting. Well, no one's ever had to fight Nightmare this long. I'm just gonna assume this is where I want it. This will never be over. How many rooms is it actually, by the way, Glackham? It's not out of 25. I know it's not. I know there's not that many rooms left, honestly. How many rooms are left? That's 9 out of what? Pixel Bowser can huff my butt. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I really do want to know. Two more rooms after that room and the boss. Okay. I feel like I'm getting to the water room really consistently. And with some practice, I feel like I could get through the water room. And if I could just hold on to my capes, I'll have double capes in the next room, so... I think this is doable. It just sucks. It just sucks so much. Blessar, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Really appreciate that. Ty, how you enjoying investigations? Be honest. Sounded like you were hitting a slump. Yeah, I feel like a lot of investigations was like that. I still think Investigations 2 was one of my favorite Ace Attorney games I've played. But I don't know, even at its best, Ace Attorney tends to have some real pacing issues. Yeah, flying over everything would be sick. Abutu, thanks for the resub. What is this level? Offensive. You remember when LinkDead said that he would gift, what was it, 100 subs if I could figure out how to take off in the next room? It was really funny when we discovered that it was a water room. Favorite Professor Layton game? Oh no. Someone would have to tell me which one I like the most. I played all three of them so close together that they blur together for me. Sure as shit ain't Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, I'll tell you that much. Will there be another Ace Attorney at this point? I mean, DGS2 isn't that old. It's completely reasonable to expect that we'll see more Ace Attorney games. When did DGS2 release? I feel like that was relatively recent. Night, Dozeby. I'm actually wrapping up pretty soon myself. I'm just trying to see if I can get one more decent attempt into the next room. I feel like if I can get consistent in this room, then we'll start making some progress left and right. This is just a nightmare of a room. 2017, that's not that bad, honestly. Have the modern Ace Attorney games been commercially successful? I have no... Like, are they really popular? Do they sell really well to motivate Capcom to keep making them? I imagine the Trilogy re-release had to have sold pretty well. If Brad were here, he'd start busting out the pie charts for me right away. Nice lap. Yeah, I'm, when I get done with Ace Attorney 6, I'm probably gonna take a little break. Ace Attorney 6 has just been really badly paced in general. It's had some fantastic cases. I've actually really enjoyed it as a game. I would argue, so far, it's probably been one of my favorite Ace Attorney games. But the pacing's just been really bad to stream, I feel like. But, I'm hoping that with a little break, it might give them a chance to finish localizing DGS2, what with them having already done the bulk of the work with translating DGS1 and, with the quarantine going on, maybe helping free up some time, you know? You only played through, 4 in the main line, right? I'm really stoked to watch you play the case I just finished in 6. Because it is probably my favorite case I've ever played. Yo, Bash. Bash, how am I supposed to raid you if you just raided me? What's that? What's that all about? Yeah, hit me up. If I can recommend Ty, I don't know if you've already got plans, and so this is all pointless for me to say to you. But if I can recommend, I've been getting the Android versions and playing them on BlueStacks, and the experience has been fantastic for playing 5 and 6. Way better than playing them on some DS emulator, or in this case, a 3DS emulator. The 3DS emulator just did not perform well for streaming. Oh yeah, for sure. 3DS emulation's still pretty early. Citra's under development. I believe that there is a translation for the Android version, though, if I'm not mistaken. And so I'll probably end up playing the translation that way. What I'm gonna have to do, according to the loose instructions that Brad described to me, is I'm going to have to make a Japanese Google Play account so that I can download DGS1, and then you can apply a translation patch to it, if I'm not mistaken. It'll probably be more of a pain to set up, but probably a nicer stream experience for me and the viewers. I'm hoping. God. I hope, because I only tried the 3DS emulator for like 20 minutes for Ace Attorney 5 and immediately said, nah, this isn't gonna work. Him coming into the tunnels really fucked me.